Саламатсыздар ма? Келесі видео сабақтың тақырыбы Developing a planning process for the arts. Also, passive voice, the use of passive voice will be studied within this video lesson. We are going to revise the rules of the passive voice. So, as usual, let's start from introductory questions and assignments. What is a planning process? What do you hope to accomplish with the planning process? How do we clearly articulate our goals for the planning process? Think about these three questions and please try to answer. Next one. Here in the slide, you can see the explanation of the planning. And the planning is the first primary function of the management. You remember about the 5 functions. Planning is the first one, primary one. Planning involves thinking about the future, even if that's only tomorrow. It requires imagination, careful thought, and the most important, time. The planning process is really quite simple and consists of 4 basic questions. Finding the answers of these basic questions is a little more complicated and will require some time and effort on your part. And the basic questions in the planning process are why, what, when, where, who, and how. There are many different types of plans typically used by people and organizations, and we can classify them on the following basis. The first, by nature of planning. Here we include formal planning and informal planning, a duration of planning, short-term and long-term planning, levels of management, strategic planning, intermediate planning, operational planning, and the fourth category is standing use plans and single-use plans. Formal planning is the formal when it is reduced to writing. An informal plan is one which is not in writing but is convinced in the mind of the manager. Informal planning will be effective when the number of actions is less and actions have been taken in short period. When you refer to short-term plans, we mean one that is a year or less. Long-term plans cover a period of more than 5 years, mostly between 5 and 15 years. And the long-term plan deals with broader technological and the competitive aspects of the organization, as well as allocation of resources. Long-term planning is considered as strategic planning. And in between short-term and long-term plans, there might be medium-term plans. Strategic plan, it is a set of comprehensive plans designed to marshal all of the resources available to the arts organization for the purpose of meeting defined goals and objectives derived from the mission, vision, and value statements. For example, the strategic plan for the organization may be focused on growing the organization. Within the overall strategic growth plan, there could be specific strategy to expand the number of shows and performances in the season. Intermediate planning cover time frames of about 6 months to 2 years and is contemplated by middle management, which includes functional managers, department heads, and product line managers. Operational plans are usually limited to activities designed to support the day-to-day operations of organization. For example, adding more shows has an impact on the production manager of a performing arts organizations. Single-use and standing-use plans. They are most common in arts organization. For example, single-use plans address unique events that do not recur. And examples of single-use plans could include reallocating the office of an organization or purchasing a building. And standing-use plans are designed to handle events that recur frequently. For example, an opera company rents a performing arts center for its season or for productions. And plans are made for the scheduling of rehearsals, loadings, and technical rehearsals. So here you have the practice exercise, it's vocabulary. you can see the words. These are the new words of today's lesson, and all these words are given with their definitions. Please create a sentence for each word given below, and try to learn them by heart. So now we are going to move to the grammar focus passive voice. So in basic English, you have studied before the use of passive voice. And now just we are going to do some exercise as a revision of this tense. You can see in the slide that in comparison, the structure of the sentences in active and passive voice. So, for example, in simple present, in simple past, in simple future, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, how we can make the sentences in passive. Don't forget to use auxiliary verb be and this third form of the main verb or past participle. So now, as a revision, please look at this exercise. What tense are the following passive sentences? For example, the new mobile phone will be produced in Korea. Which tense is it? Simple present, simple past, present perfect, or will future? Okay, this is, of course, future tense. The president of the company will be elected this month. Will future, simple present, present progressive, conditional simple. Of course, as you can guess from the structure of the sentences, there is auxiliary verb will that shows the future time. The manager is being prepared for the discussion, is being prepared. So simple present, perfect, present progressive, present perfect progressive. Which one? Yes, it is progressive. You're right. The director's car was broken yesterday. So you can easily guess from the word yesterday that this is past tense. And now please choose the option between two, present perfect and past perfect. Which one? Of course, present perfect. The last sentence, the wild animals would be kept in the zoo. Is it will future, simple present, present perfect, and the conditional simple? Yes, it's conditional simple because you can see you can guess from the verb would. Okay, thank you. Now, so I ask you to change these following sentences into passive sentences. You can make a screenshot and please do it at home. Also, except this task, you have another critical thinking task. So choose one of the following topics and make conversation with your partner. What are some barriers to effective planning for managers? Tell your partner how we make our strategic plan flexible to allow for changes. Does effective time management really increase productivity and performance? Tell your partners about it. Write your intended outcomes and the future ambitions in personal development plan. So thank you very much for watching.